Chapter 7 of Mathilda. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Corrie Samuel. Mathilda by Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. Chapter 7. With a beating heart, and fearful, I knew not why, I dismissed the servant, and locking my door, sat down to read my father's letter. These are the words that it contained. My dear child, I have betrayed your confidence. I have endeavoured to pollute your mind, and have made your innocent heart acquainted with the looks and language of unlawful and monstrous passion. I must expiate these crimes, and must endeavour in some degree to proportionate my punishment to my guilt. You are, I doubt, not prepared for what I am about to announce. We must separate and be divided for ever. I deprive you of your parent and only friend. You are cast out shelterless on the world. Your hopes are blasted, the peace and security of your pure mind destroyed. Memory will bring to you frightful images of guilt, and the anguish of innocent love betrayed. Yet I, who draw down all this misery upon you, I who cast you forth, and remorselessly have set the seal of distrust and agony on the heart and brow of my own child, who, with devilish levity, have endeavoured to steal away her loveliness, to place in its stead the foul deformity of sin. I, in the overflowing anguish of my heart, supplicate you to forgive me. I do not ask your pity. You must and do abhor me. But pardon me, Mathilda, and let not your thoughts follow me in my banishment with unrelenting anger. I must never more behold you, never more hear your voice, but the soft whisperings of your forgiveness will reach me, and cool the burning of my disordered brain and heart. I am sure I should feel it even in my grave. And I dare enforce this request by relating how miserably I was betrayed into this net of fiery anguish, and all my struggles to release myself. Indeed, if your soul was less pure and bright, I would not attempt to exculpate myself to you. I should fear that if I led you to regard me with less abhorrence, you might hate vice less. But in addressing you I feel as if I appealed to an angelic judge. I cannot depart without your forgiveness, and I must endeavour to gain it, or I must despair. I conjure you therefore to listen to my words, and if with the good, guilt may be in any degree extenuated by sharp agony, and remorse that rends the brain as madness, perhaps you may think, though I dare not, that I have some claim to your compassion. I entreat you to call to your remembrance our first happy life on the shores of Loch Lomond. I had arrived from a weary wandering of 16 years, during which, although I had gone through many dangers and misfortunes, my affections had been an entire blank. If I grieved, it was for your mother. If I loved, it was your image. These sole emotions filled my heart in quietness. The human creatures around me excited in me no sympathy, and I thought that the mighty change that the death of your mother had wrought within me had rendered me callous to any future impression. I saw the lovely, and I did not love. I imagined, therefore, that all warmth was extinguished in my heart, except that which led me ever to dwell on your then infantine image. It is a strange link in my fate that without having seen you I should passionately love you. During my wanderings I never slept without first calling down gentle dreams on your head. If I saw a lovely woman, I thought, does my Mathilda resemble her? All delightful things, sublime scenery, soft breezes, exquisite music, seemed to me associated with you, and only through you to be pleasant to me. At length I saw you. You appeared as the deity of a lovely region, the ministering angel of a paradise, to which, of all humankind, you admitted only me. I dared hardly consider you as my daughter. Your beauty, artlessness, and untaught wisdom seemed to belong to a higher order of things. Your voice breathed forth only words of love. If there was aught of earthly in you, it was only what you derived from the beauty of the world. You seemed to have gained a grace from the mountain breezes, the waterfalls, and the lake. And this was all of earthly, except your affections, that you had. There was no dross, no bad feeling in the composition. You yet even have not seen enough of the world to know the stupendous difference that exists between the women we meet in daily life and a nymph of the woods such as you were, in whose eyes alone mankind may study for centuries and grow wiser and purer. Those divine lights which shone on me, as did those of Beatrice upon Dante, and well might I say with him, yet with what different feelings. I quasi mi perdi gli occhi chini. Can you wonder, Mathilda, that I dwelt on your looks, your words, your motions, and drank in unmixed delight? But I am afraid that I wander from my purpose. I must be more brief, for night draws on apace, and all my hours in this house are counted. Well, we removed to London, and still I felt only the peace of sinless passion. You were ever with me, and I desired no more than to gaze on your countenance, and to know that I was all the world to you. I was lapped in a fool's paradise of enjoyment and security. Was my love blamable? If it was, I was ignorant of it. I desired only that which I possessed, and if I enjoyed from your looks and words and most innocent caresses a rapture usually excluded from the feelings of a parent towards his child, yet no uneasiness, no wish, no casual idea awoke me to a sense of guilt. I loved you as a human father might be supposed to love a daughter born to him by a heavenly mother, as Anchises might have regarded the child of Venus if the sex had been changed. Love mingled with respect and adoration. Perhaps also my passion was lulled to content by the deep and exclusive affection you felt for me. But when I saw you become the object of another's love, when I imagined that you might be loved otherwise than as a sacred type and image of loveliness and excellence, or that you might love another with a more ardent affection than that which you bore to me, then the fiend awoke within me. I dismissed your lover, and from that moment I have known no peace. I have sought in vain for sleep and rest. My lids refused to close, and my blood was for ever in a tumult. I awoke to a new life, as one who dies in hope might wake in hell. I will not sully your imagination by recounting my combats, my self-anger, and my despair. Let a veil be drawn over the unimaginable sensations of a guilty father. The secrets of so agonized a heart may not be made vulgar. All was uproar, crime, remorse, and hate, yet still the tenderest love. And what first awoke me to the firm resolve of conquering my passion and of restoring her father to my child was the sight of your bitter and sympathizing sorrows. It was this that led me here. I thought that if I could again awaken in my heart the grief I had felt at the loss of your mother, and the many associations with her memory which had been laid to sleep for 17 years, that all love for her child would become extinct. In a fit of heroism I determined to go alone, to quit you, the life of my life, and not to see you again until I might guiltlessly. But it would not do. I rated my fortitude too high, or my love too low. I should certainly have died if you had